Hi there. Today we're gonna talk about something called Tau and Bittensor. Don't worry, I know those words might sound like a bunch of confusing techno babble, but I promise we're going to break it down into bite-sized pieces, just like a cool puzzle. Imagine you're learning how the internet works, but for brainy computers that help each other out. So first things first, let's start with the basics of Tau and Bittensor, and then we'll make it simple and fun. Ready? Let's dive in. Alright, Tao is actually a Chinese word that means the way or the path. In this context, Tao is a key part of a network called Bittensor. Now let's zoom in on what that means. You know how when you're learning math or science, your brain needs to understand patterns, right? Well, Tau is like the brain power or the wisdom in the Bittensor network. It's like the currency that powers everything. Imagine you're playing a video game and you need experience points, XP, to level up. That's kind of like what Tau is to the Bittensor network. The cool thing is that Tau is decentralized. That means no one person controls it. It's like a giant brain, but instead of just one person in charge, everyone can contribute and get rewarded. And don't worry, we'll get into exactly how that works in a second. But first, let me tell you this. If you've ever wondered how the internet would get smarter, you're in the right place. Okay, now let's talk about Bittensor. This is the network where all the action happens. You can think of it as a place where computers are connected and work together to get smarter and smarter over time. But here's a twist. These computers aren't owned by one company. They're owned by anyone who wants to participate. Imagine you're in a massive group project and everyone has their own little part of the project to do. But instead of working alone, everyone helps each other out. And in return, you get a little reward. That's how Bittensor works. Here's a cool example. Let's say you're trying to train a computer to recognize images, like pictures of cats and dogs. Some people in the Bittensor network might specialize in recognizing cats, others might focus on dogs, and some people might even be figuring out how to tell the difference between a cat wearing sunglasses and a dog wearing sunglasses. Okay, maybe that's a bit much, but you get the idea. All these computers share knowledge. They get better at understanding these images. And the best part, they get rewarded in Tau for their work. So instead of just one company owning all the smart tech, everyone can help make the network smarter and earn Tau. Cool, right? Now, you're probably wondering, how do you actually make money in this system? Good question. Imagine you've built a super smart AI that can do something awesome like translate languages or recognize memes. If your AI helps the Bittensor network, you get rewarded in Tau, just like those other people where we talked about earlier. So let's say your AI is really good at recognizing pictures of cats. The more accurate your AI gets, the more Tau you earn. It's kind of like training a Pokemon. The stronger and smarter your Pokemon gets, the more rewards you get. Here's a fun analogy. Let's pretend the Bittensor network is like a super smart library. You and others put books, or in this case data, into the library to make it smarter. The smarter the library gets, the more people come and use it, of course. And the people who helped improve the library get paid in Tau. So yeah, the The Bittensor Network lets you train your AI to do cool stuff and get paid for it. Just like getting paid for being awesome at video games, without the need for snack breaks every 10 minutes. Alright, let's talk about what makes Bittensor so special. The most unique thing about Bittensor is that it incentivizes people to contribute to the network. That's very important. In other words, it encourages people to help the network get smarter by giving out rewards. It's like playing a game where everyone wins. If you build something valuable, you get DAO. If you teach the network new things, you get DAO. And if you help the network in general, you get DAO. And here's where it gets even better. Don't need to be a computer expert to participate. Bittensor is for everyone, whether you're into coding, gaming, or just want to be part of something that's making the internet smarter. It's a community-driven system, which is like saying, hey, let's all work together and make the internet better. So in short, Bittensor is like a playground for everyone, for anyone who wants to help make the digital world smarter. And the more you help, the more rewards you get. Okay, let's wrap it up. So we've learned a lot about DAO and the Bittensor network. I encourage you to hear it twice because you need to let it sink in. To sum it up, DAO is like the currency that powers Bittensor. And Bittensor is a place where everyone helps make the internet smarter by sharing AI knowledge and getting rewarded in DAO. It's a team effort, but the rewards are worth it. So next time you hear about Bittensor, think of it as a giant brain where everyone chips in to make it smarter. And who knows, maybe someday you build an AI that becomes the next big thing and earn DAO while doing it. Hey, if you ever need an extra hand or a brain for your next project, just remember, in the world of Bittensor, there's always someone ready to help. All right, that's all for today. Remember, the internet is getting smarter, and you could be part of that journey. See you next time, and don't forget to keep learning. Thanks a lot for listening.